Hey guys, welcome to the Millennial Stoner. I'm Joe Winchell. I am the Millennial Stoner. First off, I just want to thank everybody for watching. Thank you, all those new subscribers we get every day. Thank you so much, guys. We love it. And thank you for liking all the Billy reels that came out. We had a lot of fun with Billy on the last episode. Just a reminder, if you want to support the page, there's two different ways to do that. You can go to rockgut.shop and get some merch. We got some really cool shirts and hats and hoodies and stuff on there. So go down and check out the shop. Or if you don't have any money, if you're broke, or if you're just, some sort of miserly person, you can just go and subscribe to the YouTube page, the Instagram page, the Facebook page, like stuff, share stuff, comment, subscribe. Yeah. Also, we have a live show coming up the end of the month in March. It's going to be at Squarehead Brewery, I believe, on March 29th is what we settled on. So March 29th, Squarehead Brewery. We're going to do live from Squarehead. We're gonna stream it. But we're also going to have people there. We're going to have weed vendors, and we're going to give away some merch and everything. So please come on down and check it out. It's going to be a great time. Squarehead Brewery is great. Brad, the owner, and his dad are really awesome. Just quick stuff. I've got some shows coming up. March 8th. It used to be March 8th show has been moved to March 12th for Terry McNeely and Friends. So come on down on March 12th and check out Terry McNeely and Friends. There's a lot of great people on that show. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then keep your eyes peeled on the Sticks and Stones comedy website. I just did a show there last night. It was great. Rob White headlined. It was a great time. We had a great audience. We're doing stuff in May. We're having a lot of people come out this summer and everything. So just go to sticksandstonescomedyclub.com. I'm going to be on a couple of those shows. Just keep your eyes peeled when I have exact dates. You'll hear about them first, all right? All right, guys. Without further ado, bringing a guy back on who... been on the show a few times, and we love him dearly. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Keith Fairfax from the Fairfax with Fairfax podcast.
Well, thank you, Joseph. I appreciate
How
that,
you doing
bud.
today? Good?
Yeah, I can't complain. Everything's on the up and up.
On the up and up?
Yeah.
That's good. I think, because January, I feel like shit doesn't happen in January, and it can be like a very depressing, sad month for people. But lately, I feel like that's the opposite. I feel like people are a little more having a better January.
Oh, well, this being Black History Month, I mean, I hope that people are having a good February, actually.
Yeah, exactly, which is why I had you on, so I could...
Listen, everybody has to do their part. You're starting here. That's good.
Starting here. It only takes one. That's all I'm going to say.
Then I want you to teach one black child how to read. Really dig deep.
Really dig deep. Just start an after-school program for inner-city youth.
Then I want you to go on dating websites and try to get a black girl, take her out to dinner. Don't expect sex afterwards. Just take her out to dinner and then leave it be. Yes. Just pay for dinner and say, thank you for coming with me. And then don't try to further it any further than that. Just leave it. Let it go.
Be polite.
Yep.
Never talk to her again.
No, if she wants to talk to you further, she'll get in contact with you.
Okay.
If not, just
leave it at that. Otherwise,
just leave it at that. Yeah,
okay. That's actually very respectful. More of
no going to it expecting anything. You know what I mean?
Is this why you only date white women?
I date everybody. Actually,
Oh my god! Before I got to start this podcast, I got to do this shit. I don't take my medication on the weekends because I need it's good to have a medication break and everything. I take ADHD medication and everything, but
it's like a healthy green juice.
Well, it's something called Magic Mind. We work with them, and I found it a while ago just to find something to take on the weekend that wasn't a controlled substance essentially.
Right.
So it's you get a break from it, but you're still keeping a sharp mind and everything like that.
Yeah.
So I found Magic Mind, and then we kind of started doing an affiliate thing with it. So it's been really cool. So I'm just gonna do a shot of this real quick, because helps with keep your mind sharp and everything. And when I originally started going on medication, I was doing it every day,
right?
And then my psychologist told me hey, you gotta take at least 1 or 2 days. But then I was I'm afraid that my mind, because ADHD, your mind goes in every different direction.
Goes everywhere. Yep.
So a great thing about this is because of the stuff that's in it and what it's made out of, it just it keeps your stress down, but it also keeps your mind from going in 75 different directions too, and keeps you sharp and everything. And there's no caffeine in it, because I was drinking a lot of caffeine too at one point just to keep sharp and everything, and I was crashing real hard. So it's neat. You don't have any crash with it or anything like that. It keeps your mind sharp. And it's got healthy stuff in it and everything.
So instead of being the scatterbrained dullard that you normally are, it kind of keeps you a little bit sharper.
I'm tolerable, yes.
Yes, okay. Hey, anything that we can do to right this ship, I'm for.
So, and we're also doing case you want to know this, we got like a little like a promotion going on because we're doing a little thing in conjunction with Magic Mind right now. If you go on the Magic Mind website and our code is, what's our code again, Chris? TMS20. TMS20, you get 20% off a one-time purchase, or if you want to do one of the prescription things, it's like 48% off.
Awesome.
Subscription. Yeah, subscription. Don't correct my grammar. But yeah, so it's cool. And you know what? It works, man. Like, honestly, you don't crash. I feel more focused when I take it. I mean, listen, like, nothing's ever going to compare to taking pharmaceutical, but like, as far as something that like is healthy for you and keeps you sharp and everything like that, and you don't have the caffeine crash, because a lot of people with ADHD, they'll drink a ton of caffeine. But with this, you take it once and it's good, you know?
All right, good.
Even sexually, like I've noticed myself like getting harder boners because of it. You know, like just shooting healthy ropes.
Because I know you usually have that soft slug in your pants, so it probably helps that this thing gives you a little bit of oomph.
How do you know that?
I mean, I could look at you and I was like, there's a man who doesn't get hard on a regular basis.
That's what you get from me?
I mean, your overall demeanor says like, oh, it probably struggles getting it up.
It struggles getting it up? Is that what you think?
If that was your Indian name, it would be struggles getting it up.
First of all, Native American name.
Native American name, it would be struggles getting it up.
Struggles getting it up.
Yeah, he who struggles getting it up. Yeah, that's what it would
struggles
be.
getting it up.
Yeah.
I feel like your name would be Two Dogs Fucking.
I don't think one has anything to do with me.
It's just how your face looks.
Like two dogs fucking.
Yeah, it looks like two dogs fucking.
Interesting. Two black labs.
Two black labs.
Two Rottweilers.
I was going to say, you're not going to say two Rottweilers?
Yeah.
Two Rottweilers?
Well, I like to think of my face as a little bit skinnier, so two Dobermans.
Okay, but what would if you had to pick your Native American name, what would it be?
Ooh.
Like if you were anointed with if you Kevin Costner'd some shit, like let's say that
so racist wise, we're going Dances with Wolves racism level.
No, I'm just saying, not specifically Dances with Wolves, but if you like found yourself amongst a tribe that took you in and they gave you
it'd have to be, it would just be blackface.
Just call you blackface.
I would go real, just meat and cheese, blackface.
You would request it?
Yeah, I'm like, just call me blackface. Yeah, just like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah. And then I'm gonna go real, I'm gonna get real, liberal with how I treat their names too.
What do you mean real liberal with how you treat their names? We're just gonna give them weird nicknames?
Yeah, I'm like woman who cuts arm.
Oh, God. Now I want to remake Dances with Wolves, which is Keith.
Well, that's what happens in those communes. You get the name yourself with those cults.
Oh, the cults?
Like they have the new, any good cult.
You and I love talking about cults.
Yeah, but did you see there was two new ones recently?
Documentary? I watched the one that was the internet, like, dating cult.
Right.
Brotherhood of the Flame, or the Twin Flames.
Right. Twin Flames, yeah, I seen that one also.
There was like two of them. I
saw one recently that was more or less... The leader's going to try to fuck you at some point in time. But
that's always what it is, right?
To me, it's not a cult unless the leader's trying to fuck you and your partner. If he's trying to fuck both of you, that's a real good leader. Because if he's bi and he's just on some like, I'm fucking
It's usually, I don't think they're ever that.
They're never that. No, it's always.
They're never that.
No, they never, that's what I'm saying. You need a real good leader would try to fuck everybody in the cult.
That one guy, there was that one guy who was like a porn star and then like started a cult. You had like one scene in Rosemary's Baby, but he did like a bunch of gay porn.
Oh,
they were called something. They were called like the Mulberry People or something.
Oh, like that. I do vaguely remember hearing that.
I think the documentary is called Holy Hell.
No one would go to a cult called Holy Hell.
No, the documentary was called Holy Hell.
Okay, that makes more sense.
The cult was called like, the flower. It's always like some sort of uplifting name that doesn't sound threatening. Two
kisses of a stone by a tree.
Well, that's like Twin Flames.
Yeah.
Which is just being like, I'm going to get a bunch of like people that no one will fuck. Right. And I'm going to make them fuck each other.
A lot of uglies.
Yeah, that's what
I call them the less desirables.
The less desirables?
Yeah, they but hot girls, I know two hot girls who went to but like they don't go to cult. They get hot girls. It's not necessarily a cult. It's more like it has to be like helping something. Like we're helping raccoons or something like that. They get built,
charity work.
Yeah, it's like a charity work / like, hey, you come and live in my commune for free, and we do charity work, and then they feel like, hey, this is how I'm contributing back. and I'm giving something to nature,
Uh-huh.
and they wind up like, oh, I'll just go topless and get my hair braided by a local.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I'll live that life for a couple of years. And then they
Okay.
come back, then they snap out of that.
Yeah.
It's like, well, my mom and dad do have money, so maybe I should, tap back in, back home. It's usually white girls. This is usually a white girl
I'll agree with that
thing.
100%.
You know, what I mean? It's not,
definitely a
black
white girl
girls don't
thing.
ever do this dumb shit.
It's always like, where's Karen? Oh, she went off to Dubai for 5 years.
Right.
Yeah.
She went to go help Hands Across America. I was like, they still do that? She comes back with a UNICEF lower back tattoo. You're like,
Oh, one of those things that's like
yeah.
some sort of other, yeah.
Yeah, well, UNICEF was it was the cardboard box that you would
Yeah, I know
find
what it was.
Yeah, and it was like, I don't know if any of those kids ever got money. It was
Probably
in a paper
not.
box. Like I remember at the movie theater at Brookhaven movie
Yeah.
theater.
You used to have it every movie.
They used to
United
have-
Artists
oh,
everywhere.
same
Every
thing.
United
Okay. Oh,
Artists
that was
had
a
it.
movie theater thing then.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, it was a movie.
okay.
It wasn't just here because I saw it in East Hampton was a United Artist
Right.
where I lived, and they had the UNICEF there, and the one in Southampton had it too.
And one of my friends worked at that one. He was like, "Bro, at the end of each night, I empty each one of them. It's all going to me." Like he was like, at the end of each night, I empty every single one of those boxes.
Please don't say his name on air.
Oh no, I would not. Making somebody he's like a paralegal now. Making something.
Oh my God.
Same guy. Yeah,
How do you think he started his fucking firm?
Well, I guess he used the money to get him, some girl's strip. He stole from UNICEF.
That's one of the oldest scams in the book.
Stripping.
No, taking like
Stealing
putting
from
like
UNICEF.
going like getting like a jug of water or something like that,
Yeah.
and put like one of those big giant coolers.
Yeah, you can put it in a local bodega and get people to drop a couple coins in there and say, "Hey, this is
And
for
after
my
2
brother."
months,
Yeah,
if
right.
it's
You come
filled-
back in there. You're like, "Hey, I'll give you 15% for leaving it in here, and then I'm gonna give the other half to the
The
donation."
charity.
Yeah. But I appreciate a good harmless scam like that. Like, cool. You make a couple $100. People feel like they did the right thing. Nobody's none the wiser. It's not like I'm calling your grandfather up and asking him to give me, $50,000 because
you're
I'm
a
stuck.
Nigerian prince.
Yeah, because I'm stuck in jail. Like, hey, but your grandson's stuck in jail and he needs $50K, and it's like, that sucks. You know what I mean? But a couple shekels at a bodega and a local thing that's a scam, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it's quarters.
Yeah, I put a 3-legged dog on a poster and say, help Skippy, help Skippy get the new prosthetic leg, and then, I'll eventually,
That's
get him
basically
put the CGI the leg on him, like, look at you did it.
the modern version of that is a GoFundMe. So many people will be like,
But
GoFundMe for my pets.
You could get in trouble for that, though.
You can.
Big trouble.
Yeah.
You can't fuck around with the GoFundMe folk.
But there's been like, I was looking this up recently actually about how like that has like, I don't think they've cracked down on it more now, but at one point it was like one of the most unregulated. Like people would just be like, save my dog, and then they would people would donate $10,000.
Right.
And then they.
But I feel like you're better off doing
the quarters in the jug.
No, the GoFundMe's do work, even if you do some bullshit. Like, you can say, hey, I'm raising money to get a new car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is some bullshit. Like, so they if people want to donate to it, they want to donate to it. Fuck it.
Yeah. Well, I'm always impressed with like, you go on Instagram, you see all these girls, like not even OnlyFans girls.
Well,
Just
to
like,
me, that's where the real hustle is, that we don't have our version of OnlyFans.
what, like for guys?
Yeah, like there's nothing that other people will pay to see for us to get
Just,
money.
like, jerk
Like if
off.
we're down on our luck, like even the hottest guy, if he's down on his luck, he can't go on OnlyFans and like make money. That
Can't just start jerking off in front of you. Like,
yeah. That's why sometimes I don't feel sorry for like hot girls. 'Cause I'm just like, you're not willing to do, like, you're down on your luck right now, and you're not even willing to do the bare minimum to earn yourself a couple, like some feet photos. And don't even get butt naked. Some feet photos. Play a video game in a bra. You know what I mean? Like, do the bare minimum to earn money. You're hot. You can earn money. There's simps out there. Don't be afraid to take advantage of a guy who's willing
work
to
that
pay.
fucking system.
I was listening to a chick the other day. She was on a podcast, and she was like, there was an old man that would pay her $700 to walk around the park with her, and then like a hug at the end. $700 every single time.
Oh, you hear about that shit sometimes.
Like, and she's just a hot chick. She was like, we never fucked. Other than the hug at the end, but we would walk around the park for like an hour, just talking, and then he would want to hug me at the end and give me $700 cash.
Those are the kind of guys that on like when they post pictures of them like bent over in a bathing suit, they're just like, hope you had a nice day today.
Right.
That looks like a nice day. Those fucking people in the comments, oh my God.
I mean,
Hug. I remember I read a story one time that there was a dude who like he traveled he paid like over $1 million. Maybe it wasn't that much, but it was some obscene amount of money to like just go meet this OnlyFans girl and have her give him a hug.
Yeah, a lot of guys
Something
do
like
that.
that.
Like the only female version of that is like the lady who recently gave $50,000 to help Brad Pitt get out of the hospital.
What?
She thought she was talking that Brad Pitt needed $50,000 and she gave it to.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh no, 100%.
Can you bring a news article up of this, Chris?
Oh yeah, and it was like lady. So you think that Brad Pitt?
That's gotta be. Wait, like Brad just reached out to her? That's what she thought?
I don't know how one came into the other's gravitational pull per se, but she thought that Brad Pitt was in the hospital because he would send her AI like photos of him in the hospital, and like somehow he needed $50K.
How does Brad Pitt need $50K?
How
do you? I mean, like, just you have to think of the scenario logistically.
Like you have to catch a lonely woman like that.
I
you
guess,
know what I mean?
man.
Like you catch a really lonely woman with a couple of bucks. Like I guess you know.
Well, that's every guy that's on OnlyFans.
Every guy that's. I wonder how much the top guy on OnlyFans is making. And
No,
what is he
not
doing?
making. I'm talking about people that subscribe to the subscribers to only girls on OnlyFans. That's the same.
Oh, here it is, right here.
Let's see here. A French woman was scammed out of
way more than I thought.
$50,000 by someone on social media posing as Brad Pitt in a romantic scheme that lasted for more than a year. The 53-year-old interior designer named Anne gave the fake Pitt her life savings, and after she was duped into believing Pitt was sick in the hospital with the help of AI images. Oh my God. With Photoshop pictures, the scammer convinced Anne that Pitt was in need of funds to help pay for a kidney treatment.
Mm-hmm.
Telling her, go back up, Chris, sorry. Go down. I lost it. This is fucking fascinating.
I'm sorry, I forgot. I thought it was 50,000. It was.
I mean, that's a lot more. That's almost damn near $1 million, right?
Yeah.
With the Photoshop pictures, the scammer convinced Anne that Pitt was in need of funds to help pay for a kidney treatment, telling her that the actor couldn't access his bank accounts due to his years-long bitter divorce from Angelina Jolie, which he recently settled in court last month.
Hilarious.
Oh my God! Do they have pictures of the images?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Is that it?
Yep, that's it. He kept sending a bunch of these type of photos.
Yeah, but it looks like
and love you. Like, so that makes it.
That looks like a hostage picture.
But for her, that makes it real. You know, that made it real enough right there.
That looks fake as hell. That looks fake as
100%.
Anne told the outlet.
But if you want it to be real.
All right, here we go. This is how she got reached out to. Anne told the outlet the charade began when someone pretending to be Pitt's mother, Jane, contacted her, saying her son needed someone like me. At first, I said to myself that it was fake, and you were right. This is ridiculous, she recalled. But I'm not used to social media. I didn't really understand what was happening to me.
See?
When she continued to receive messages from the fake account, which included personal poems and claimed she started to believe the messages were real despite her.
So you never accidentally told any of your friends, like, hey, Brad Pitt's been reaching out to me, sending me love poems and shit?
No, I feel like you didn't discuss this with anybody.
I mean...
Like, if you went to me, Keith, and you were like, guess what? Halle Berry reached out to me.
I would tell you, as it was happening, I would start FaceTiming you as it's happening so you can see that. Like,
didn't this kind of happen to you with a comedy show? Some dude wanted to...
Yes, but I knew it was a scam. I mean...
This happens to us in comedy quite a bunch.
Yeah, I knew it was a scam pretty close, like pretty much really within the first, like...
Yeah, what did he say to you? Because you were like, you hit me up and you were like...
it was, what did he want me to do? He wanted me to do
like shows in Tennessee or some shit?
No, he wanted me to do a corporate
gig.
He wanted me to do a corporate gig, and it was paying like $25K or something like that.
Okay.
And I was like, off the bat, I know that I'm not a $25K comic. But I was like, in my head, I was like, somebody recognized the skills.
Yeah, that's it.
I was like,
that's where we all go. You know what it is? That's why it's so deflating. Your ego hits you first.
Yeah, your ego hits you first.
That's why it's so deflating for that hot second when somebody's like,
finally,
come headline at the Apollo. And you're like, well, of course.
And then he said that he's seen me at a club that he went to.
Oh, he went
he went 2 Instagram, pictures back and found a club that I was promoting and said that he seen me there.
Oh, he used it by name?
Yeah, used it by name. Like, okay. So yeah, Govs, like thought you were the funniest one, and I was like, me too. And it was like,
this guy's fucking. At least somebody gets it.
I was like, hey, preach to the choir, Kimosabi. You know what I mean?
I was texting you with him for 3 hours, just being like, this guy knows it.
I'm sitting there. I'm blushing. You know what I mean? I'm walloping in his praise like a pig in shit because I'm just like, finally somebody who gets it. You know what I mean? Did you hear the one I said about the thing? I think I said, which one did you like the most?
Wait, no, you went to him and you were like, oh, of course, man. What joke was your favorite?
He did it like a like Miss Cleo would get you, where
she said something remotely vague,
and then I finished the story.
Yeah.
It was like,
did you have a grandfather?
Yeah, because he was like, I like, how you do your thing. And I was like, yeah, I mostly do like current events and stuff like that. I kind of finished his sentences for him. You know what I mean? I was just like, yeah, how I get down. And
then he was like, fantastic, you're gonna headline, just send me a check. What was this thing he was like?
So he said that he was gonna send me a check for $25K. And then, but somehow in the midst of things, like he sent me $50K. So if I could just send him 25 back, we're even Steven.
Yeah.
And I was like, I did the biggest eye roll of, you know what I mean? Like that's but I always play with any scammer whenever they
do too, yeah.
But yeah. So I was like, oh no, I just called my bank. They said that it never, it takes 24 hours for something like that to go for it. 24 hours for that to go through. So the bank stopped it. So it's, we're good. Don't even worry about it. And then he was like, oh, well, on my end, it's still saying it went through. And I was like, no, I sent you the voicemail from my bank that we just talked, and it's, the money didn't go through. It maybe just didn't say it on your end yet. Just give it a little bit of time and it'll be back. And then he was like, well, there's still some type of mess up or something like that. I was like, hey, don't even worry about the money. I'll do the show for free.
You're like, let's take money out of the equation, bro.
I was like, skip the money.
You're recognizing what I can do.
I'm here for you. You know what I mean? So,
then
he stopped responding, pretty much.
I love how, no, I do that too, because like at my regular job, I work at a liquor store, and like we have Uber Eats there, and people will pose as Uber Eats. My favorite is when somebody's posing as National Grid calls.
Okay.
And they're like, all of your electricity is going to be shut off at 4 o'clock if you don't pay the bill.
Right.
And I always do the same thing. I'm like, oh, okay, well, let me talk to Eric. And they go, excuse me? He's like, Eric, he's our contact in National Grid. I just talked to him the other day. I need to talk to Eric. He should be your supervisor. And then they go, well, I don't think Eric is. Maybe if they always do this, like, well, just give me the owner's phone number and I can just talk to him. And I go, oh, yeah, sure. And I always give him a fake number.
That's hilarious.
I always give him a fake number.
National Grid would never call you to tell you.
No, they wouldn't. It's like, I can't, it's almost like phone scams are almost like the way of the past at this point. They got to do what this guy tried to do to you.
Right, right.
That's the new.
But you got to get old people or people who just not keen to the internet.
A lot of old
people. You got a lot of old people get it. It's
you
like,
always hear about some fucking old lady in like Oregon who was like, I was trying to get this Nigerian prince out of jail or some shit like that.
He had my son hostage.
Oh, yeah,
your grandson who's they always find like a grandson who's not really that communicative with his grandmother, and they like have money to spend. Like they're just like, all right, well, I'll wire you $45,000.
Yeah,
it's like, okay.
Here's a funny one. I had a friend of mine who they were trying to order strippers from like
Backpage.
Yeah, like Backpage or some shit, right? And like I guess nobody showed up, whatever the fuck. And then the next day, they just got like these text messages of like severed heads of everything.
Oh yeah,
but then
I'll kill you.
They showed them to me, and I'm like, these are fake. You can look these up on like literally on Google, and it's like a whole thing just to get them. Be like, they pose as the cartel.
Right. The best is the ones that they get you to send them a dick pic, and then they try to.
Is that what they do?
Yeah, they get you like they pretend to be a girl, and then she asks you to send you a dick. She asks you to send her a dick pic, and then they're like, well, show your job, friends and family your dick pic if you don't give us X amount of dollars.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so that's a good, like, we'll post it on your Facebook. We'll we'll send it to your.
Does this happen to you?
No,
no, never me.
I've actually, to this date, I've never ever in my life sent a dick pic at any point in time, and in my whole life, I've never sent a dick pic.
Never
one time ever.
Yeah, I've never done it either.
Just because the want has not been there. I haven't got a lot of.
What do you get out of it? I guess validation.
Well, I don't think most guys that send dick pics are asked to.
Yeah, probably true. Yeah.
I don't think it's a, hey, please send me your dick. Like I don't think call me crazy, but I don't think girls are just like, God, I gotta see it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like I'm hungry for it. It's like, ooh.
That's why, like, I think the smartest thing that women did on like OnlyFans is do like dick ratings.
Make us a bit. I've been thinking about making an AI chick and doing some dick ratings myself.
Dude, that's the thing now, right? Wait, you gotta look at a lot of dicks though.
So what? I'm getting for little cashish. I'll look at a couple of dicks. I don't give a fuck.
Listen, I'll take a shot in the mouth and get me a couple miles down the road.
Easy. It's not like crack. It doesn't just solely go further.
Just imagine you hanging out.
I'm a Chinese AI chick with big tits who's rating people's dicks. Like, and it was like, what do you want to be?
Oddly specific. Yeah. That's who she would be.
Well,
no, I'm asking.
What are you looking for? I mean, like, what do you?
No, I mean, I want something exotic. If I'm gonna,
yeah, I'm gonna go with a zero-waisted Asian woman with double D's who like makes giggle noises. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go with that, and I'm gonna make her eyes a little bit buggy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like the anime eyes.
Yeah, like the anime eyes a little bit buggy, but like as close to an AI real chick as you could possibly get with very little movement, and to just rate dicks.
It's funny for me to think of like.
Me just sitting home rating dicks.
Like, no, like even be at the comedy.
Like, what do you
club.
think about this one, Joe? Little limp, eh?
It's like, sorry, I'm at work right now.
Look at the bumps on this one.
You're just like, oh, look at the egg shape.
Good helmet cut.
But you have to do it in the accent of like a fucking.
Some Moyle did a phenomenal job.
You do audio ratings, and you just have to go to AI, and you have to adjust the fucking the little Asian girl voice.
Me likey.
Oh god, we're gonna get banned from YouTube now.
He's like, oh.
Hold on, guys. I gotta earn my keep.
Right, it's coming. I mean, listen, I would like to be on the front lines of like any type of making money scam like that where no one's getting hurt. You know what I mean? Like if that's a good. I mean, I'm pretty sure there.
Do you think that's the one where like nobody really gets hurt?
I mean, you want your dick rated. Hey, you're coming from a very perverted place anyway. You're feverishly masturbating over some girl giving you a dick rating. Like I don't think I've ever wanted that. I've never. What do you think? Come on, 1 to 10. Come on, give it to me straight.
Give it to me straight.
What are the chances of
some guys want them to call it like a little dick and everything? Yeah, right? Probably like yeah.
No, I think it's more for the humiliation. I think it's all,
definitely some people want to be fucking humiliated.
I think it's 100% all based on humiliation.
Oh,
I don't think any of it is based in. Come on, give me a solid. Keep it real.
Tell me it's amazing.
Yeah, like because if you have a big dick, you know you have a big dick. You don't need to be validated.
Well, you always talk about having big dick energy.
Right. But if you have a little dick, you want to be humiliated. If it's in the middle, or you had a girl just tell you, you just got over whatever thing, and she just told you like, and your dick's small, then you might like reach out there for like, really? This is small? Like maybe you are unaware. You know what I mean? You got a Delaware 4. You know what I mean? And you're like,
you move from one state to the other.
Right? Yeah.
New York, in Delaware, I was killing.
You're right.
Yeah,
I was
you know
killing
what I mean?
In
like, Delaware.
That 4 is a 7 in Delaware.
Yeah, exactly.
In New York, it's a 3. You know what I mean? You're like, oh
until
shit.
I moved here.
Right.
Like, yeah, I get it. So
yeah, so you find out the hard way. No pun intended.
Good. We just did a good 20 minutes on just dick ratings.
Oh, I'm just saying, we're gonna get into the beast. Let's tangle.
Well, I mean, you're over here coming up with schemes. I like the idea of you becoming like a scammer, though.
I've been trying
like
to figure
just like becoming like a matchstick men type guy.
I'm like 2 or 3 mishaps from going to a small town and taking it over.
What do you mean going to a small town and taking it over? Like starting a cult, or just
no, just like
rolling in the town and starting mischief?
Yeah, just kind of like, ever since this guy got to town, it's been like, how every bad guy in like an early Jean-Claude Van Damme movie was like him he's in a small town, and then like there's like an oil tycoon that like runs the town and can like kill people. It's like
you're just describing Roadhouse.
It's Roadhouse.
Yeah, that's Roadhouse.
but I'm new in town and I don't have like oil money. I'm just there to like kind of mix things up a little bit.
Okay.
Sleep with a few wives. Bully someone out of a chapter of a church. You know what I mean?
Just take it over.
Just take it over. You know what I mean? Usually when I take over a church, it just kind of be like a bullshitter that way.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because there's no like, it's like, hey, I'm better at churching than you. You know what I mean? It's like, where's the hierarchy in telling me who's I'm the better pastor now.
You're just gonna stand up in church and be like, bullshit.
Oh, I'm gonna anoint people. I'm gonna heal.
You're gonna start on the outside. You're gonna start like holding your own.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in a couple of we'll call them they know what time it is.
Ringers.
A couple of ringers, and I'm going to heal them. And we'll call these are good actors. We'll call them. So I'm going to heal them. They're like, oh my god, you healed this guy.
Oh my god, Jeff was blind until
like this guy's headache feels better, and this, that, and the third, and then trust will build. And then I will slowly milk the town out of all of its money and
then just disappear.
Yeah, well, I'm going to build a rehabilitation center for puppies over here. I just need your help to get the money in this small town in the middle of ho dunk nowhere. And then they start giving me their money. I make you don't get greedy. You get about $30K, skip town. But you got to hope though, is there's no local biff, some local do-right who wants to, is trying to spoil your fun.
Your nemesis.
Yeah, you know what I mean. That's what you don't want. Yeah, because then now you're in a different little trouble. This guy won't let it go. It's like
how long do you just start
off.
wearing robes and walking around the town?
It has to be somewhere in the
and
Bible
do you change
Belt.
your name? Are you just Keith Fairfax, or do you change your name to something a little more angelic?
It has to be somewhere in the Bible Belt where, like,
easily manipulated people.
Yeah, they're one Aaron Brockovich away from, being on the map because, the water's
one
bad.
Aaron Brockovich away.
Yeah, like, I'm going to be the reason why the water's bad. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, let's put these power lines up over the school. You know what I mean? Like, because it's cost efficient, and there's some senator who paid me money to push a couple people out. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like, you guys got to move. It's like, but we don't want to. Then I set the barn on fire.
You're like Mr. Burns from The
Well,
Simpsons.
then I have to set the barn on fire. You know what I mean?
One of those? It's
Right.
like sometimes things burn down.
Ride by with two local
I
hicks.
can't tell if you want to be a cult leader or just like a crime syndicate person.
I'm not below either.
I know. I just want to know where you're.
I want to do good, honestly. I
want to do good?
I really want to do good. If there's a way for me to do good and win, I will. But you can't do one and the other. You can't have, it's love in
There's
a marriage.
a balance there. Okay.
It's love in a marriage. You can't have, it's the Married with Children theme song. It's,
Oh God, I can't wait for you to start your cult, dude. I really can't.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna just start out fucking wives and
No, you have to progress to that.
I want to gain the men's trust, and then it's like, hey, if you really trust me,
bring over Tanya.
Yeah, tell Sheila grab those ankles.
Let me anoint your wife.
Yeah.
Oh my
Let's
God.
really get anointed in here.
Oh my God.
A little team building exercise. Me and the missus.
Right. Enough about fucking people's wives. A little team building exercise. Me and the missus. It's like going to Frost Valley. It's fine. What, like monkey bars? Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's Super Bowl tomorrow too. This is going to come out on Monday.
Tomorrow.
But yeah, we're.
It is.
Growing up on the Super Bowl, I know you're a big sports guy. Even though I know your team's not in it, so it's just, you said it was just about tomorrow. It's just about.
Well, the refs help one team, they don't help the other.
You believe that?
100%.
That the refs
I believe that there's been. I don't know if it's every ref, but there's sometimes the ball can't bounce the Chiefs' way all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get it. I get it, but it's like, damn, that holding call really helped you out, didn't it? It's like, come on.
Well, that was the call in the Buffalo game.
Yeah.
Like that basically, if they didn't call that play back,
Buffalo wins.
Buffalo wins. So you look at it, it's like, and I don't know. My whole thing when I look at people like say that seriously, I'm like, well, what's the end game? Like, why is there truly some
three-peat?
Just because the three-peat's never been done before, trying to get more eyes on the product?
Three-peat, they go down as a dynasty. They sell merch forever. They sign autographs forever. They don't pay for another.
Mahomes is one of the best at that point.
Oh yeah, they don't pay for another. Nobody who plays on that team pays for another meal in Kansas City ever again.
Oh no, never.
Yeah, that three-peat is. That's the golden goose in football.
It's like the Celtics or the Lakers in the 80s.
Right.
They were just,
you get that three-peat, it's like, oh, you're a dynasty automatically.
You think
three for three.
It's because of the magnitude of what
Jordan won 3-3 twice. It's like that's the gold
no
standard.
One's done it since, yeah.
Right. That's the gold standard. Is you got to win. You hit those three in a row. It's like, oof.
True. So, all right. I don't know. I just think sometimes I just think people are bitter.
I mean, granted, there is some bitterness mixed in with it. This doesn't all come from, a genuine, place. Like, some of it comes from pure hatred. Yeah.
So if it comes from pure hatred?
Yeah.
Just hate KC? You never been a KC guy?
Just when they got good. When they were garbage, who gave a fuck? You know what I mean? Then they got good. It's like, and, now all of a sudden there's these new Kansas City Chiefs fans, and like, I don't even dislike.
It's like Dallas fans.
Like, I don't dislike what's her face, Taylor Swift. I don't dislike it. Some people hate it because of that, and also
whatever.
The league gets more money now because those games are so much higher rated because Taylor Swift fans watch Kansas City games.
Yeah.
I have a couple people that I know who became football fans because Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I have a friend that definitely does.
Like she watches girls watch every game. They buy his jersey now.
Yeah.
They go online and shit talk. It's all built of the fact that they're Swifties and
Travis Kelce's dating.
Right, they're riding or dying with her. So it's like the ratings are definitely up on Kansas City games. Jersey sales are definitely up.
Yeah.
It's a business first.
Yeah, I get it.
So I it is what it is.
It's a fair point. That's a really well-constructed response.
Like, if I want my business to do well and I was commissioner, it's like, hey, guys, if If it's a 50-50 call, just make sure it goes the Kansas City way.
All right. I don't know. Well, a lot of people are like,
And if it's a 60-40 call, make sure it goes Kansas City way.
no, you don't think Saquon Barkley's
And
going to
it's
run
a 75-25 call, still make it go Kansas City way.
Why did you bet all on Kansas City?
I would never bet against him.
Yeah, okay.
I would never bet against him. I realized that last year. I was like, you can't bet against this team because you're just going to be upset with yourself.
Yeah.
So I'll bet the over.
Yeah.
Which is guaranteed. Whatever the over is, bet it. Whatever Mahomes' over on yards is, that's pretty much a guarantee.
Okay.
And he's gonna run. He's gonna run one. He'll get a tush push. He'll run one. So I mean, if the game was fair, I think the Eagles would win. Since the game is the way it is, Kansas City 3-for-3.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see fucking tomorrow, won't we? I'm having people over the house, so either everybody's gonna. Well, nobody's like a. Well, I think there's
Black people.
I invited you. You said you couldn't come, but
Well, black people means plural, meaning more than one person. So did you invite black people or did you invite a black person?
Yeah, I invited you. So
Some people.
No, Noel's gonna be there too.
All right.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Happy Black History Month.
I mean, that's not really. Will it be fried chicken?
Anyway, guys, that's been our episode of Millennial Stoner.
That's what I figured.
You're gonna have fried chicken.
You're gonna have that skinless, no season stuff there.
Are you gonna make it?
Oh God! Let's watch as you sprinkle chives and salt and pepper over chicken breast and serve it to people.
And raisins too. Don't forget raisins.
Guys, and your raisins.
I hate raisins.
I can't even think of it like other than putting it in oatmeal. I don't even know how else would I.
I've seen that shit. People put that shit in fucking.
If I was sitting next to somebody, they just ate like a box of raisins. I was like, I'm like,
dried grapes. It's fucking
yeah,
disgusting.
I'm like, what are we doing?
It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's our episode for today, man.
Awesome.
I love having you come down, Keith. It's always fun bullshitting with you about
Appreciate it, bud.
Random shit. You have anything you want to plug, sir?
Yes, I'm going to be at McGuire's February 22nd, a 9:30 show with Billy's headlining and Dan LaRocca is the host. So it should be a very, very
Billy and
fun
Dan are
show.
hilarious. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, that's going to be a
and
great show.
And Keith's very funny too. If you see his face on a poster, go check him out.
Yeah, in April, I'm going to be at the Cider House in Riverhead. In March, I'm going to be at Red Zone. For some reason, I can only remember one show a month. So, yeah.
Okay.
But there'll be some fun shows. And
plug your Instagram.
My Instagram is Mr. Fairfax, which right now I realize that I'm getting a little bit demonetized. I was told recently because my photo on the Instagram is Richard Pryor's first album cover, which is Super Nigger.
Yes.
And it says it, and it's him flying through the sky. So someone who does social media stuff, they were like, hey, you know what you should do? You should change your photo. And I was like, why? And then she just like hit it and like popped it up. She was like, this is why. So yeah, it's Mr. Fairfax and Keith Fairfax on Facebook. And please subscribe to the Fairfax or Fairfax podcast. Yep. Me and Joe did a ton of shows together. So
yeah, I was on there a bunch. It's a lot of fun.
That's a lot of fun. And hopefully be starting that up soon. And I think I'm going to start a Battle of the Sexes podcast called Player Pause.
Okay.
Me and a female co-host, and we're going to talk about dating and all homeless shit that's already been done, but we're going to do it from the Long Island.
we're
going to do it from the Long Island,
yeah,
the Long Island perspective, and kind of our point of views from her being divorced, me being single, and just the dating pool and how
different perspectives on shit.
Pretty much.
Oh man, I can't wait to see that stuff, man.
So hopefully that'll be soon. Then me and you have a project coming up, which will be unsaid.
That's going to take some time, though.
That's going to be unsaid, but hopefully, with the Lord's will.
Yeah, it's just a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, but hopefully we get that up and going. I mean, you'll be seeing a lot more of me and Mr. Joseph over here.
Hell yeah, man.
Call him Mr. Joseph because that's how slaves used to talk about their masters back in the day. They would call them Mr. their first name instead of their last name.
I didn't tell you to speak.
Sorry, Mr. Joseph.
Kidding. Check out Keith. Go see his show. Go to his Instagram. He's a funny guy. My Instagram, as always, is at that Winchell Kid 87. Subscribe to the Millennial Stoner Instagram, the Facebook Millennial Stoner page, YouTube. Subscribe. Once again, I got the show Terry McNeely and Friends. It was on March 8th. It's been moved to March 12th. I think it's a 9:30 show, but check Gov's. Go on the governor's website, and it'll be there. It's at McGuire's. Six and Stones Comedy Club. Check. There's stuff coming up in May. I haven't gotten exact dates yet. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, besides that, just don't forget to keep magic.
Yeah. Just real quick, guys. I just want to, again, shout out our sponsor here, Magic Mind. Go to the Magic Mind website. Use our code TMS20. It'll give you 20% off a one-time purchase or 48% off a subscription purchase, okay? And big thank you to our sponsors, Magic Mind. Love having you guys back because I love this stuff, all right? Thank you for watching, guys. Tune in next week. We're going to be dropping an episode, and we got some changes coming up. And also, don't forget, live show, end of the month, March 29th at Squarehead Brewery. It's Millennial Stoner live show. We got merch. We're going to have weed there. We're going to have a little game show stuff. We're going to have games. It's going to be a lot of fun, okay? So,
awesome.
And definitely check out the live stream.
Yeah.
All right. Good night, guys.
Good night.